Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, November 14th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is awareness of the dance between the light and the shadow. Just helps me expand my world. We have some interesting astro, but I want to ask you before we dig in, are you as exhausted as I am from that full moon, or not full moon, that new moon? Feels like a full moon over. It's a new moon over. It's probably based on Uranus energy, that tired and wired feeling, but oh my goodness, I cannot wait to go to bed tonight. So, that being said, we have some interesting astro today, as I knock things over with my hand movements. This astro energy that we're moving into is kind of my jam. It kind of is the realm that I live in. We have a building yod, and this building yod is focusing on Jupiter and Taurus, which we'll get to, but remember, yod is just like a big neon finger in the sky being like, hey, do you see this thing? It's important. What we're going to have is Venus in Libra and Mercury in Sagittarius building into a sextile together, working in harmony, and focusing on Jupiter in Taurus. Now, where it's my jam is I have so much Libra in my chart. I have a decent amount of Sagittarius in my chart. I have a whole bunch of Scorpio as well, actually. And my Chiron's in Taurus. So here I am. This is me, this astro, in some ways. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me, right? So the me part, when I was like, hey, this is me, is the Libra Sagittarius energy. Because in challenges, in arguments, both Libra and Sagittarius have the ability to look at it different ways. Like Libra's like, oh, I could see it this way, or I could see it this way. And Sagittarius is like, I see the whole dashboard. I see the whole horizon. Like, this is the bigger story of what's going on. Now, let me tell you, living in that can be a challenge because it can be hard to make a decision based on those energies. But especially when there's so much fighting right now and black and white thinking, I think it's really good for the world to take a step back and see where we can see the other side, see where we can see a larger picture unfolding. That can actually be really, 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 really healing. It can often take us out of our judgment and into a more empathetic place. So we have that, and then we're focused on Jupiter in Taurus. As I'm hearing, it's a small world after all. It is a small world after all. We're all brothers and sisters and neighbors and connected. And the more we can see that, the more beauty, the more peace we can bring about. Jupiter in Taurus. It's funny because on Spotify, right before I started this, it was the song Get Together by the Youngbloods that came on. Come on, people, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Time to love one another right now. Yeah, there's the lyrics. That's so much of what this energy is helping us do some bridging work. Now, are we all going to wake up Wednesday, because it's really going to be, the yod is going to reach its peak on Wednesday. Are we going to wake up on Wednesday and be like, I am ready for peace. I am ready to forgive everything that I've held against everybody? Probably not. But this is a call this week to make small steps. If there are people in your life who you are challenged with, can you have empathy? Can you see the other side? Now, I also love that we still have the Scorpio. It doesn't mean that you give up boundaries. It doesn't mean that you forgive somebody who's been abusive and allow them in your life. Yes, you can forgive them, but maintain these things. Also, I think sometimes it's good to know, rather than labeling somebody just as abusive, to know generally somebody abusive has been abused themselves, and I think that's where that empathy energy can come in. There's always larger roots at play. Again, those boundaries still super important. But that Jupiter in Taurus energy is like, this is how we can come into beauty. This is how we can come into harmony. Now, this energy is like, it's really interesting. It's not going to just necessarily be, again, oh, I see the flowers and the roses and everything's okay. In fact, we actually have the flowering card in reverse. It might actually be a challenge. We have the ordinariness card in reverse as well. We have the burden. Really notice, the burden. We have the compromise card, but in reverse. But these are both sixes. Relationships in particular. Oh, thank you, phone, for for agreeing. Relationships in particular may be a little challenged in this. Some inner child stuff coming up. Maybe part of where we're holding unforgiveness, part of where we're holding these grudges. But make the small steps that you can and insert the patterns where you can to see the world unfolding more beautifully, more harmoniously. And I think that's part of that Jupiter and Taurus energy. Make peace with peace. Make peace with pleasure. Make peace with beauty. Make peace with good things in and through this energy. Now, I love that the moon in Sagittarius is actually coming through today and connecting to Venus and Mercury, activating this energy. And the moon's like, okay, I'm going to show you where the shadow stuff is, but I'm going to show you there's a much, 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 much bigger picture unfolding. And instead of getting caught in the minutia of the shadow, if you stop getting caught in the facts of the shadow and can see the larger picture unfolding, I think there's going to be some benefit. Remember, Sagittarius can look from another perspective. Keep seeing where you can shift the perspective. I just had a major aha happen. That's why my friend was calling me, because I was like, oh, this thing, I understand it in a new way. There are ahas to be had in this when we can. I wish I had my rose-colored glasses. Maybe even put on some rose-colored glasses for a little bit. Then take them off. Look at them in the real color. Put them back on. On and off, and see what you can shift. So, I'm going to leave this here for today. I'm going to go to bed. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides this, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are. Namaste.